Hello everyone. So in this live stream we are going to solve the problem set matrix to 0. So let's go through the problem statement. So we are given an m cross n integer matrix, and if any of the element in the matrix is 0, we have to set its entire row and column to zeros. So let's see an example. Like, see here in the matrix, it's a 3 by 3 matrix. So at the position 1 comma 1 we have a 0. So we set its whole row as well as column to 0. So let's see the next problem. Like in this, it's 4 by 3 matrix, and we have zeros at 0 comma 0 and 0 comma 3. So the entire row, the entire zeroth row, zeroth column, and the third column are set to zeros. Now let's see like how can we solve this problem. So the brute force approach that comes to our mind is, what if we just keep a track of the coordinates, like wherever the zeros are present, what if we could keep a track of the I and j, the coordinates, and set the whole ith row and the jth column to zeros. So let's see, let's code it. So as we want the coordinates, so what we'll do, we'll just create a vector of pair. Why pair? Because we have to store the I and j. So int and we call it as coordinates. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than, okay, let's store the size to in two variables. Int row is equal to matrix of size. So we'll have the rows in here, and for the columns we will do matrix dot, no, 0 dot size. Yeah. So first we'll go to the rows, I plus plus. Then for the columns, now, okay, whenever we get 0, so like for if matrix of I comma j equals to 0, then we'll just put that I and j into our vector of pairs. So we have coordinates dot push back, and it's a pair, so we'll be using the curly braces. Now we have all the coordinates here, for we are traversing the whole matrix, and we have all the coordinates and the zeros, the position of zeros. So what we'll do now, like we'll again run a loop, and whenever we come across 0, we will set the whole ith row and the jth column to the 0. Okay, then, yeah, so we'll be traversing the whole vector, r vector, in which we have stored the coordinates, and as I is the first coordinate and j is the second coordinate. So what we will do, for int I equals to 0, I less than rows I plus plus, so the I will traverse till the rows. So what we'll do, we have the j, the jth coordinate, meaning that whenever at the j position, the whole ith row should be set to 0. So what we'll do is matrix of, okay, yeah, matrix of I comma x dot second. Why second? Because second is the jth column. So for the whole jth column, we are traversing the ith row 0 to n, 0 to rows minus 1, and we are just putting it as 0. Then again same, we'll be doing that for our columns. Here we'll do x dot first, and here it will be just I. So why x dot first? Because the ith, from here we have the ith position where we have got the 0, and the whole column we are going to set as 0. Now let's see if it works. No, we are and here we won't be returning anything, as we have the void function and it's passed by reference. So ultimately whole values are getting changed in the matrix itself. Now let's see if our code works. Okay, here we have I silly mistakes. Let's Okay, it should be semicolon. Yeah, so as you can see, the only the brute force has got accepted.